Hello! Okay, so today we are going to be making a VTuber. This is going to be part one of a series. Excuse the... Wait, I should probably... It's not going to help with the lag, but it will help with my tracking being a little bit better. Yeah, excuse the lagginess. That's my Wi-Fi's issue. That's why the model is a bit scrunkly at times. But this is going to be part one of a series where I run you through all the steps, hopefully, that you need to make your very own 3D model. Woo! Scrunkly. Don't say janky, that's so mean. Don't be mean. Anyway, we need to start off with a good reference. We need a good... I'm drawing using Procreate, but I suppose you can use any other drawing program as long as it can do certain things. For instance, it needs to be able to have a symmetry drawing guide where you draw on one side and it copies it on the other side. And it also needs to be able to do the same thing, but with like lines. So we're gonna draw a good reference photo today. A really simple reference photo. I need to... Please be my playlist. It is. Oh. Okay, there we go. Hello, Psycho.
Hello, Bedbug.
Hello. Oh, the music is loud.
Good song choice.
What?
Good song choice.
I like it. Okay, so for the reference, we're gonna need to... There's a couple things we need to do. Is we need to have the mirror on. And don't worry about our, janky circle. But this is just your head. You draw a little neck. We're going to clean it up later, don't worry. But we're going to draw the arms at instead of being a T-pose, like this, we're going to draw them at an A-pose. And that is going to be necessary for when we get into Blender. It's going to make things look better.
It's a starfish.
Starfish. So don't make it all the way down, because you know how my arms are down right now in my model. That is done within VC Face. That's not done, on the model in Blender. So we're not going to have our arms all the way down. We're not going to have them all the way out. We're going to have them at this nice A-pose.
Have you decided what you're going to draw, though?
Now, what I can do in this is I can kind of do that. I can cheat. I can crop and resize. So now everything is still everything is centered, because this line is in complete center, which is kind of important. Yeah, it's important.
Have you decided who or what you're going to draw?
No, not really. I'm just going to kind of draw a thing. Just a simple model to make. And we're not going to do a hand. I'm not going to teach you guys how to make a hand. I don't want to. That will make me cry. So we're just going to do... Really... So here, we'll do a simple... There we go. That's our...
Lego hand.
That's... Yeah. No, I'm not going to do a Lego hand. to
It would
the
be funny though.
moon.
It would be funny though, just a Lego hand.
Face first, we're just gonna kind of get the body out of the way. We're gonna want to having a depending on your art style and what you personally like, you might not want to have too much of what's called thigh gap, because beauty standards, gross, you know, whatever. But when it comes to modeling, this is kind of necessary because we don't want to have to, you know, the closer the legs, the thighs are together, the harder it gets to, you know, go in and like edit that area. So we need to have a space here, and it's necessary. Yeah, so used. We're just gonna make noodle eggs. We are gonna draw feet though. We're not really gonna draw feet, because drawing feet is weird. But okay, so when it comes to the face, drawing the face, we're gonna do another layer. We're gonna turn on drawing assist, and we're gonna work out eyeballs. For the model that you're seeing right now, the eyeballs are fairly simple. They're just circles on the outside of the head that can move around. But I recognize that that's not necessarily the way you're going to want to do it. You're probably going to want to do it... I have to turn up my brightness. Okay. There's no sensitive information on that. You're going to want the more... You're most likely going to want more like anime styled eyes. So I'm going to attempt to help you through that. Cause yeah. I'm really bad at drawing anime eyes. But okay. So we've got the kind of eyelid part, and we have the circle, the pupil part on the inner eye. You know, that's fairly simple. Nice pupil part. And we're gonna go under here, and it has another drawing assist. We're gonna grab a gray just to kind of show, no worries, just to kind of show where the whites of the eyes should be. Because with this reference, we don't want to completely color it in, because coloring it in is a little bit unnecessary. We can add color later. You can do kind of like a character reference sheet where you draw your model in different angles. And sorry, the song I put on is loud. You can't hear it though. Where you draw your model in different angles and stuff. But for right now, all we really need is the basics. We just need to know where stuff is going to be. So minimal color is what we need. And yes, I'm aware this looks very creepy. Very creepy right now, but we must trust the process. Trusting the process is what we do. The arms might be a little too short. So what must do? Hello, Luna.
Must do?
Must do. I'm working on the reference. I made the arms too short. Yeah, the arms are definitely too short.
The entire process of creating 3D models?
Yes.
Man, my Discord's bad. Anyway,
And we're just starting off with a reference image right now. It's working on.
always start off with a reference.
Yes.
This is where I say, if I'm allowed to make a funny haha joking plug bear.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want to learn Blender, there's always Vroid. Some people will pop off in Vroid. Man, like, have you seen people pop off in Vroid?
Yes, I have. There are some really
Holy
good Vroid
shit.
models out there.
Some people just fucking go off on that shit, and it's so fucking cool.
I am teaching. This is a Blender tutorial, though.
This is a Blender tutorial, yes. Alright, keep that. I'm just saying for the people who are not artistically inclined.
Well, I'm assuming that if they are, if they clicked on this video that says, how to make a 3D model,
Fair.
they're looking to make a.
You never know, you could be me and waiting outside my job at 8 a.m. and just watching tutorials even though you have no plans to make a 3D model.
Well, I mean,
You know?
okay.
Like that
Even if
exists.
you're making a Vroid model, this video, for the reference, having a good reference for what you want is still good.
I know,
you
I'm
just-
just messing. I am just messing.
You just have to go about the customization really differently.
Why are the arms so long?
Because they were too short. That is the normal size for arms. Or maybe my arms are just freakishly
Okay.
long, but they go to my hips when I let them fall.
No, I think it's the lack of elbows it's getting to me.
I mean, the elbow would be positioned like right there, so you can't really show unless you want a really weird divot right there, which me personally, I don't want a divot right there. We got our nice mitten arms, mitten hands. Right, now we go back to the face. We're just gonna draw a very neutral expression because we are going to make the smiling, the frowning, all that stuff with shape keys. So we just need a flat line to help us mark where our mouth is going to be. All right, and now the hair. Admittedly, I don't really know the best way of making a reference for hair because with this model, I drew. Actually, I can show you guys the reference for this model. Don't want no help. Oh well, what's the story to tell? You can let it all go. Go, it's called Free Fall. Alright, so here's the reference image that I drew for my own model, the one that you guys can see moving right now. And the hair is very different. It doesn't stick out at all. And that's because I got into the program and ended up winging it because the way I had drawn it just didn't really look good if I tried to replicate it exactly, have the front facing look like that and have the side facing look like that. So specifically with the back piece of hair. Yeah. And then also you can notice some differences. For instance, my ears look more tilted back than they do in the reference thing. That's going to be more explained in the Blender video. Yeah. I don't know how to explain it here, but that will be better explained in the Blender video and in the kind of Unity video where we go into VC Face, and that's just your own preferences on how you want to look at your model. So, yeah. Hair. We're gonna do simple hair. Simple short hair. Wow, simple bob. So bored. We'll do fun ears just for fun. Leonard Nimoy. Make big fun ears. Or, you know, we'll do cat ears. I haven't actually done cat ears yet. There we go. We'll have a cat VTuber. And then I have asymmetrical parts of my model. We're not going to do that with this one. We're going to... No, yeah, we're going to do an asymmetrical part just for education purposes. So what we do is we turn off reach down. Move this up. Delete that. I'm making all kinds of mistakes. We're not going to put a drawing assist on this. And we're going to add
Do you make it the context?
I haven't done cat ears yet, so I drew cat ears on it. And a human ear. The human ear just looks weird. The human ear looks weird. Okay. So, we got cat ears. And we have an asymmetrical, a really simple asymmetrical aspect for teaching purposes. Yay! Kappa confirmed no! I'm not a cat! I'm a bear! Urgh. Scary. Should I add eyebrows for educational purposes? I don't want to add eyebrows. Oh, there's no drawing symmetry. Okay. Drawing assist. I dislike eyebrows. I'm really bad. I'll add eyebrows for education purposes. That looks terrible. Eyebrows. Looks angry. How to make eyebrows look not threatening. Okay. We have eyebrows for educational purposes. Okay, wrong way. We go here. And we're gonna fix up, round out our bangs. We're not gonna round out our bangs. We're gonna leave them more square. I think that looks better. So now we need to get to doing the clothes. So very important. All right. So for our clothes, if we are doing something like if we are adding a skirt, the artist's urge in us would be, you know, to draw the skirt out and to draw a nice curve like that. However, when we are editing in Blender, we are looking at this thing exactly straight on, and when we look at it in the program, we are not looking at it straight on. So when we have drawing a skirt, we have to go change it to the grid and do a direct line across. It looks really funny on your reference, but when you actually start using the model, it will look better. But yeah, it looks kind of cursed. Weird. Oh, I added those. There. Did not mean to do that. I don't know what kind of outfit I should give this. Okay. Something simple for beginners. That is not too difficult. Shit. What the heck? Okay, sorry. This is gonna be edited down drastically. This is gonna need to be edited drastically. Okay, we're gonna go for some simple, nice pants with a cuff. Again, our cuff is going to need to be flat.
Bear, I'll be honest, I don't know what that thing is.
You scared me. You startled me so bad.
Apparently, I can share watch streaks with you now.
Yeah, apparently. It just... I wasn't gonna say it out loud because I was like, what? What is that?
It means I am biggest Bearbug supporter. Woo wee woo.
Woo!
Little flags and what the fuck is it? Little flags and the what the fuck is it called? Where it rolls up and then it shoots out and people get their eyes poked out by these things if you do it too close to their face.
I know what you're talking about. Uh-huh.
Thing.
I know what you're talking about. Why won't it let me do symmetry at the same time I'm doing...
Say, are you on the right layer?
Yes. Bloop.
I don't know. It's funky.
It only lets me do one type of drawing assist at a time, so that's why. Okay, we're gonna try and officially bring this out. Everything will fall. Lightning. Judgment days. Okay. So now we have our little pants. We're gonna have I think just for making the reference look okay. We're gonna have little pants, and we're gonna have a little shirt. We're gonna give this boobs, actually, for educational purposes also. You know what? Now that I think of it. No, no one is coming, is coming. It's boob time. Just so I can, within this tutorial, teach you guys the proper way to make boobs. 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 Okay. So we're gonna have a really simple shirt. I totally recommend that if you're new to making things in Blender, you make a practice that is very similar to this one, because if you give yourself too much of a fun, complicated outfit, you might, run into things that I don't cover within this video. So we're gonna go with a very simple outfit. And now that we have our front-facing reference, this is pretty good. Now it's time to take all of this, and we're gonna put all of this into a group. Just because I like having the layers still separated, but we're gonna duplicate it, we're gonna hide this group, and we're gonna completely flatten this group. And we're gonna turn down the opacity. And now, on a new layer, without the mirror guide, we are going to, oh goodness, it's calling, revenge. Okay. Hello, Shadoople. So now we are going to start making our sideways profile. Now in Blender, this is just my preference, but I'm going to have the character facing that way. So because when you're switching between direct view on the thing and side view on your model in Blender, your two options are looking forward or looking to, from our perspective, the left. But they'll be looking to their right. Yes. I had to stick up my fingers. Hey, Bear, do you think God gets high once in a while? Maybe. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to, with this layer, we're going to turn on Drawing Assist. And we have the line assist thing. And we're going to take some fun colors. I like to use green, like green, pink, blue, and yellow for different things. And we're going to need to mark where the chin is. We're going to need to mark where the top of the head is, where the top of the ears are. We're going to need to mark where the bottom of the boobs are, where the shoulders are, and where the bottom of our feet are. So these are the things we currently need to mark. We're going to use this line, the crotch line, as kind of a shelf for the butt. We're going to make this lower, and we're going to do another layer, and we're going to grab our pen. And what I like to do is I like to use kind of the edge of the face as a... First off, we need to take our neck, and we trace it exactly in order to keep it a nice circular. we trace it exactly. I'm going to do a dot over here, so that way my selection zone is going to be larger. And we're going to scooch the neck this way because it will be further back when you look over. I suck at explaining anatomy, but it's just like a human thing. So then we go through and we do the back, and we're gonna keep the waist also the same size is what we're gonna do. Because if you don't do that, it makes things look weird. But actually you can, because often people, when you look at them, they'll be like, doot, or that's a really bad example. They're like womp from the front, and then they're like slightly smaller from the side. But different people are different. But for like Blender ease and stuff, I just, you know, keeping things, being able to have it be a nice circle, and you don't have to worry about like, yeah. So just, and then we make the chest out here, and I have boobs, so I just kind of draw boobs. But boobs can be rather difficult. Now I'm gonna talk about boobs for a second, so but we're going to presume that the boob on the model is in a bra at all times. So we're not drawing no nippies. We're not adding like sag. The boob is in a bra. So we draw our boob as if it is in a bra. I'm done talking about boobs now. I also, just me personally, I like to draw I draw an estimate, because I'm pretty good at estimating, where your arm socket is. I don't use it as an exact, I kind of guess I use this as an estimate for when I'm in Blender and I'm making the arm socket. Moon has gone up some. Alright, and now here's the part that I hate to draw because everyone always tells me I draw too much of a butt. Parabog, why does it have just the fattest badonk ever? And then I cry myself to sleep. I'm not gonna go in another layer, and we're going to trace our leg shape. Except it doesn't need to be exact, and we're going to give our leg a foot, an actual foot. Here's where the foot comes in. The foot looked wonky from the first view, but now we have a foot. Oh, my face is being weird. Okay, there we go. And now we take this. I'm gonna do that. And we just kind of use that and we're gonna merge it down, and now we're just gonna kind of blend things, make it look Yep, here's where people tell me I make too big of tushes. There we go. Alright. Now, in my opinion, making the head and the eyes and proper placement and stuff is the hardest part of doing the side profile. But, kind of with our... We just need to trace the head, making this semi-easy. But we're gonna make it slightly smaller. No, we'll make it we use that. And we do kind of the cat profile thing that MAs do. And we just kind of take a boxing glove and punch the face in. That's what we do. And we just kind of make it look, attempt to make it look not so wonky. However, unlike what is most likely assumed, I was not the kid in school that would constantly sit there drawing anime characters, so I do not have experience with the particular style that is popular among VTubers. So I am not necessarily an expert on this. But then again, you are also drawing your own reference, hopefully, along this video. You know? That looks terrible. I really... Forgive me, I don't know how to draw. I think... Nose needs to be... down, maybe? Yeah, I definitely don't know what I'm doing. Alright. This is gonna have to do for right now. We're gonna draw kind of another guesstimation of where the ears are supposed to come up. Kind of so we've got our cat ears right there. And now we're gonna go to this layer again, and we're gonna pick a different color, and I'm gonna mark out my bangs. Just so I'm aware where my bangs are. I'm also gonna grab another color, and I'm gonna mark out my eyes. And my mouth. We're gonna go back to that color, and we're gonna go back to our reference. And give our anime cat girl some anime cat girl hair. We're also gonna worry about the back of the head. Which I don't actually know what I'm doing. So we're just gonna kind of do a lot of guesstimating. But now we're gonna go on another layer, and we're going to trace our eyeball shape here. Our eyeline shape. We're gonna trace it. We're gonna take our two expanding dots. I'm gonna hit uniform, and nope, wrong one. Freeform, and we're gonna squish it. We're gonna squish it, and then we're gonna drag it over. We're gonna squish it over. Be like, you know what? That is fine and dandy enough. And now we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna merge that down. We're gonna do the same thing over here. We're gonna take this and we're gonna squish it. And we're gonna put it there. Consider it squished. So now we have our eyeball. We have our mouth. Hair. Okay, cool. Now we have we just take away this, we hide that, and now we have this reference side, and we have the front reference. Cool! Yay! Woo! And in the next video, I'm gonna take this into Blender and start teaching you how to do that.